Oh, yes. Hi everyone, I'm out on the water to chase big striped bass today. Finally it's sunny, but it's still a cold and windy winter day. So I said, you know what, let's do something fun today. Let's do a 4-hour fishing challenge. So now I have 4 hours to catch a 50-pound bag. 4 hours, 50-pound bag. The conditions are terrible, but I will show you, weigh and measure the length of every fish I catch. I have my scale ready. I set the timer. I'm ready, I'm excited, I'm pumped. Let's do that. Okay, first cast in terrible wind. Oh God. It's gonna be interesting. The wind is not helping at all, that's for sure. Let's see if we can catch one. I didn't know, I don't know if I said, but the conditions are terrible. So that's the very first fish. Please be a nice one. Please be a nice one. Okay. Please be a nice fish. Oh, okay. Oh, wow, the first fish of the day. Let's measure him. Okay, let's see what we have here. So 23 inches. Let's grab the scale. So the first fish is 4 pounds. 68, 4.68. The very first fish of the day. I'm getting very close to the end of the first hour, and look, finally I landed the very first fish. It's not a giant, it's a small one, 4 pounds 67 as far as I remember. But I'm happy, like I said, the very first fish after all the struggles in the wind and in the cold. Let's try to catch some more. Bye. Thanks for coming. So one thing that I always do before I cast again, I always check the leader line. I want to make sure that it's not damaged, because the last thing I want is hook a nice bass, especially on a terrible day like today, and then lose it just because the line is damaged. So okay, let's see if we can catch another one. So cold, I can barely speak. Oh, please. There you go. The second best of the day. There you go, another one. Oh, please be a nice one. 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 Ooh, I think it's a good one. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's a giant. Oh my God, that's a giant. That's a giant bass. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, that's a beast. Oh my God, that's a beast. Oh, look at that. Oh my God. Come here. Oh my God, that's a beast. Oh God. I think my new personal best, if I can get it into the boat. Oh, wish me luck. Please, come here, come here. Oh my gosh. Oh, yes. I think so. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's a beast. Oh my god. 35. Probably a little more. 35, 39. Oh my god. That's a huge bass. Let's wait. I think I just landed my new personal best. Oh, 15.14. 15.30. Oh my god, that's a beast. So here in the second hour, I only caught 2 fish, but look at this. Oh my god. I just landed a beast. That beast turned out to be my new personal best. 15 pounds, 14 ounces. Oh my god, I'm super happy. Look at that. Look at the size of the fish. Oh my god, it choked the jig. Okay, so I wanted to take a moment to show you how I like to fish this technique. First of all, I like to fish it on a spinning rod. I will talk more about that later in the video. But what you want to do is, you want to cast it out and you want to let the jig go all the way to the bottom on a slack line. Now you can pick up the slack just a little bit, but as I said, you want to make sure that it goes all the way to the bottom on a slack line. If it's a windy day, it's really hard to feel when the jig hits the bottom. You can, it's a little bit more challenging on a windy day. The other thing that you can do is that you can always take a look at your line, and when your line, and I'm not sure whether you can see it now, but when your line is floating on top of the water, you know that your jig is right at the bottom. Now I will pick up the slack because I want to be in contact with the jig as much as I can, because I want to feel the bite. During the winter, the stripers will not smash the jig, or it's very rare, I would say. Usually it's a very finicky bite, so the more sensitivity you have, the more connection you have with the jig is better, because it will help you to catch more fish. So now what I will do is I will pop it, I will bounce it off the bottom 1 or 2 times. It really depends on the day. Sometimes I pop it once, sometimes I pop it twice, and then I will let it sink back to the bottom again, pick up the slack and see whether I will get a bite. Usually I get a bite when the jig is on its way down to the bottom, or after it hits the bottom in the next 1 or 2 seconds. Usually that's when I get the bite. And then I wait. My cadence really depends on the day. If it's colder, the fish are more lethargic, I wait a little bit longer. So I wait 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5 Mississippis before I will bounce it off the bottom again. If it's warmer and the fish are a little bit more active, I will definitely work the bait a little bit faster. This is something that you will need to figure out when you are out on the water. Depending on the conditions, you can adjust, the cadence and see what works the best for you. And that's it. Like I said, it's very, very simple. It would be nice to catch another big bass, but the wind is blowing like crazy. It's bad. It's really bad. Well, let's see. Must be a nice fish. First fish after a really long period of time. Definitely that beast. Tiny guy, but he's in the boat. Well, definitely not a beast. Let's measure him. 16. Almost 2 pounds. 1 pound 80. Well, grow big and come back. Until next time. Oh, please give me one. Give me a nice one. not the wind. Give me a nice fish. I had enough of the wind. After a long break, finally one. Oh, tiny one. Nice small striped bass, baby one. Let's put the baby on the scale. .02. Could be that small. Go. So I decided to take a short break and show you the rod and reel combos I'm using today. But first of all, do you need a high-end combo? Do you need a really expensive rod and reel combo to catch fish? Definitely not. Will a high-end, really expensive rod and reel combo help you to catch more fish? Most probably, yes, it will help, because a more expensive rod will mean more sensitivity, and the more sensitivity you have, especially for the technique I'm fishing, the better, because during the winter the bite is really finicky, so the more sensitivity you have, the more fish you will catch. But like I said, it's definitely not a must, and these are not high-end combos at all. So I like to fish a spinning rod. You can try and you can use a bait caster, especially if you are using a little bit heavier jig heads like a 1/2 ounce, or if you go all the way up to 3/4. But because I'm usually using a 3/8, 1/2 ounce, I usually like to fish it on a spinning rod. The one I'm holding is a medium power fast action, and the one I used to land the beast a little bit earlier was a medium light fast action spinning rod. I usually use a 3000 or a 2500 size reel, and I like to fish a braid to fluorocarbon leader setup. The pink line I use is an 8-pound test braid, and it goes into a 12 or 10 pound. This one is a 12-pound test fluorocarbon. On the other rod I have 10-pound test fluorocarbon, so I like to keep it very simple. And then, like I said, I use either a 1/2 or a 3/8 ounce jig head and a soft plastic. This one, for example, is a 1/2 ounce jig head, and this one is the albistic. I think that's the amber color. This is one of the popular colors among the anglers. Here I also have it in pink and white, but I like to keep it that simple. So spinning rod, medium or medium light power, fast action, braid to leader setup, 8-pound test braid or 10-pound test braid to a 10 or 12-pound test fluorocarbon. You can go a little bit heavier if you are fishing around laydowns and rocks. You can definitely use 15 or even 20-pound test fluorocarbon leader. For me, 12 works just fine. And like I said, I usually use a 1/2 or a 3/8 ounce jig head. I go heavier only if I fish really deep or the current is really strong, so I'm struggling to keep the bait at one place. If I can get away with a 3/8 or 1/2 ounce, I will definitely do that. So I keep it that simple. Okay, so I moved over to a spot where the wind is not that terrible. Let's see if I can catch a fish here. Would be really nice. The time is up, the clock ran out, and I failed. I set the bar high, but hey, they don't call it a challenge for nothing. And anyhow, I had a very fun day. The bite was very slow. The conditions were not ideal, but I caught 4 fish. I landed a decent one. Oh, I landed a giant. I landed my new personal best, so I'm super happy. I did enjoy the sun. I didn't enjoy the wind at all, but I didn't give up. I'll be back. I will try again, and maybe next time the conditions will be a little bit more ideal. Maybe next time I will do a little bit better job. So maybe next time I will complete the challenge. We'll see. Anyhow, I hope you liked the video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.